Hey folks, this is Vincent Natalie with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out the board game Bullet Shoot 'em Up Puzzle Action. This game supports 1 to 4 players. The average play time is 15 minutes. There is no age recommendation on here. I'm going to estimate 12 plus, right? There are some tiny pieces, like these little bullets here, so little kids probably shouldn't have access to these. Alright, so what is Bullet? Well, it's a physical Tetris-like game. I hesitate to use the word Tetris, though, because I don't want you thinking Tetromino pieces. I mean Tetris in the sense that you're going to be adding bullets to your array, and they will be dropping down. If they get to the bottom, they will carry over into your health area. And if your health area fills up with bullets, then game over and you are eliminated. In the free-for-all mode, players will be competing, adding these bullets to their board from their own personal bag, and they're going to be trying to clear as many bullets as they can from their array here in order to prevent these things from building up and then carrying down here and then affecting their health. In free-for-all mode, the last person standing will end up winning the game. Now, there are some other modes in this game. There's like a team mode. There is a boss mode where players will cooperatively work together to take out this boss. It is a solo game as well, so you can do one player against the boss if you want to, and the game will scale appropriately. So, there's a lot going on here in terms of components. Let's go ahead and show you the box first to show you what's in here. There's a quick setup guide here and a pamphlet for Imperial Spells and Steam, which I have covered before on my YouTube channel. There are some extra player bags that we're not using. Each player will receive their own black bag here. That's called the current, by the way. It takes some getting used to, but like words like bag are not used. Instead, it's current. So this is the current, and this array here is the site. So if you hear me using these words interchangeably, that's what I'm talking about. So in terms of the box itself, here is the boss pattern deck. So if you do happen to play with the boss, you're going to be bringing this deck of cards out, and you're going to be drawing from this boss deck to show you what you need to create on your own array in order to not take any sort of damage. I'm not going to cover the boss mode today, but there is a separate boss deck for that. Each character in this game also has their own unique deck. My character here, which I am not even going to try to read her name, no. So I have this character, okay, and she has her own unique deck of cards, which is right here. And likewise, she's got this character here, she's got her own unique deck of cards. Alright, so that's what I was getting at there. There are some of these square tokens that we're not using. They're purple in color. These are for team play only. These green ones, on the other hand, are for free play, so we'll be using these ones. You've got these little shield tokens. That's for the boss. Some characters have their own unique tokens that you would use, but we're not using those, so those go back in the box. These are action point markers. These will track how many action points you have left in a given round. You'll be using these action points to activate these abilities on your own personal array. Again, each player, or each character, has their own personal action point system over here. Like, her abilities are different from my abilities. But primarily, they allow you to move these bullets around the grid to form patterns. And that's where your cards come into play, which I'll get to in a little bit. Just to quickly show you what a character sheet looks like, let's go ahead and just drag one from the box here. This little heart in the upper right-hand corner, that indicates that this character is easy to use. If you see a star here, that means it's more complex. Okay, this is how many life they have and any special abilities that they may have. If you flip this over to the reverse side, this is the boss version of this character. So if you were playing boss mode, you would flip it from this side over to this side, and this is the boss that players will be trying to defeat on their own. And like I said, each character also has their own action point board. That's what this looks like. And again, each of these abilities are different. Should anyone clear a bullet that has a star on it, like these bullets are made up of 5 different colors, and you know the shape is standard. But if this were a star and I were to remove it from my board, I would be able to activate any abilities that had a star icon on the upper left-hand corner without spending an action point. So the star bullets are kind of like, you clear these, you get a special thing. Okay, I've got 2 things I can activate with the stars should I clear them. Okay, so that's that. So this is the way a game is typically set up. It may vary slightly depending on number of players and all that jazz. You've got these guide cards. On one side it tells you how a typical round plays out, and including a boss if you're playing the boss. And on the reverse side are the different colors and symbols for colorblind people. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So some of the patterns that you see on your pattern cards, you may have to refer to this guide to, you know, remember, okay, this is what this means, and so on. What am I talking about when it comes to pattern cards? Well, let's go ahead and just take a look at the bottom one. Let's see if I can find an easier one. Okay. All right. Let's do... Okay, let's do this one here. So, Molten Melody. Okay, now in this particular card, it's saying that I need to create a design in my array to match this in some way. You cannot rotate the card so that, okay, I need red on top and pink on bottom. It has to be right side up. So I need a red one here and a pink one here. And then in between it could be just blank, or it could be anything really. These little stars here mean that those are the bullets that you're getting rid of should you complete the pattern. So what I'm trying to do is use my action points to move these bullets around my array so that they form the patterns here. So let's say I come up with something like this. With my, you spend my action points and, you know, I'm moving stuff around and I end up with a design on my board like this. Well, this pattern is saying, okay, do you have a red in the upper left, a pink in the upper right? Okay, you've got that pattern? I do, right here. Now what can I do with it? I can clear every bullet that is in the star area. So I can clear this one, I can clear this, this, and this, and remove them from my board. Any bullets that you clear go into your opponent onto your left's incoming space. There's an incoming area. They will be adding those to their personal bag. So if you ever played the game Tetris or Dr. Mario, typically in a multiplayer game, when you're clearing things from your board, you sort of push bad stuff over to your opponent. That's what you're doing here when you're clearing bullets from your own personal board. That's where these things come into play. Each player starts with a hand of 3 of these patterns. Whenever you use a pattern, you discard it into your discard pile. So, and you'll be able to draw more patterns later. So I set these up just for example purposes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back in the white bag is where I drew them from. Okay, but we each start the game with 10 bullets in our own personal black bag here. So there's going to be 10 here and 10 here. Now during a round, and typically they are timed for 3 minutes, because this is our first time playing, we may get a rule wrong or two. We're going to forego the timer just so we can show you for example purposes what the game looks like. But in a typical round, you start with the action phase. And by the way, quick typo in the rulebook for any developer that might be watching. You guys call it in the rulebook an option phase, but the guide card says action phase. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying it's a typo. You may want to look at it. But seeing as how like bags are called currents and this array is called a site, that already confuses me. So seeing action phase and then option phase, less confusion is better. So I'm just saying. Anyway, so during the action phase, you can do a number of things. You can place bullets. To place bullets, you're going to take a bullet out of your bag, find the column of the color that the bullet is, and then move it down that many empty spaces. So you have to skip over spaces that are already filled. Again, if you add too many bullets to your array and you end up skipping too much and your bullet comes down here, well, it gets added to your health. And then when your health is full, game over. So your one action is take a bullet from your bag, add it here. That does not consume an action over here. That's something that you can always do. In fact, to reach the end phase, your bag has to be empty. So you have to clear everything out of your personal bag in order to move on to the next round. That's to prevent people from hoarding stuff, okay? You can use actions during the action phase. You can spend these action points to use these actions here. You can use patterns that you have in your hand to clear bullets, and then you can use power-ups. At the end of every round, players will be able to take, depending on who finishes first. Whoever finishes to the end phase first has their choice of tokens. You draw a number of power-ups equal to the number of players that are currently in the game at this point in time. There are 2 of us, so there's 2 out here. But you can grab a power-up and add it to your area here. Now, these are a one-time use. Once you use them, you have to discard them to the discard pile, and then that's it. But they are typically free to use. There's no cost in the upper left-hand corner. It just says X. Okay, so once players are done taking actions, you go to the end phase. And again, she might be done before me, so she'll have first pick of this. But during the end phase, you're going to take a power-up, which she may already have done, had she finished first. You draw up to your current hand size. Typically it's 3. I think there's a character in the game that has a hand limit of 4. But you would redraw your patterns, because again, you're going to discard them as you use them. So you're going to redraw back up to 3 cards. And then you're going to increase the intensity on the intensity track down here. It starts at 4 and goes to 5. Okay. I'm sorry, it says put intensity bullets from center to current is what it should have said. Okay, so what I meant to say, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. You're going to look at the current intensity, and if it says 4, you're going to add 4 from the bag and add it to your own personal bag. Okay, so the more the game goes on, and this is the cleanup phase, this is when the intensity track increases. So on future rounds, you're going to be adding, say, 8 from the white bag to your black bag, and then 9 from the white bag to your so it's going to get worse and worse and worse as time goes on. That's how the difficulty is scaling in this game. So during the end phase, you're going to put intensity bullets from here into your current bag. This is called the center. The center current site. That's, yeah. All right, so cleanup phase, put out new power-ups, increase intensity by 1, put bullets from your incoming into current. Again, any that were passed to you from another player go into your black bag, and then you set your AP back up to its maximum value. And that's it. Rounds will continue until 1 player is left standing in free-for-all mode. I think we're ready to go with this. And again, this is simultaneous. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I already put 10 tokens in here. There's 10 tokens in mine. So for my first, and again, this is simultaneous, so we can do whatever we want during this phase. There's no timer, so let's just take our time. And there should be 10 in your bag. So I drew this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 3 empty spaces down.
How many do we draw?
1.
Just the 1?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to draw another 1. 2. 1, 2. I'm trying to create patterns. Okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to like push my luck too much, but
Oh, so it's a push your luck
kind of, because you don't have to, like, you can stop drawing at any time, but I want to draw enough tokens to where I can start completing patterns with my cards. I don't want to clear just 1 bullet. I want to clear a lot of bullets if I can.
Did you tell them how to move it? Like, it has to be from an open, empty space, and then.
What do you mean?
Like, because you can't go
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did say empty space. When I went over those rules, I said when you draw from the bag, you go down that many number of empty spaces. Do you remember me saying empty spaces?
Okay, I was just checking.
I emphasized the word empty spaces. I wasn't sure if I should emphasize that again or not.
What is the star? Because you don't have a star, so I'm wondering what the star is.
What star? Remember I mentioned during this, what were you doing when I was explaining this?
I was reading this. Sorry.
I see. A star, whenever you clear that bullet, lets you use these stars there.
I see. Okay.
1 time. Any star abilities that you have, you can activate them.
I see.
Whenever you clear them. So 3, there's already a 2 here. So 1, 2, 3. All right. Do I want to keep going with this? Yeah, why not? I'll just put them all out if I can. 1, 2, 1, blue 1. It's going to skip that one. That's the first empty spot there. And 1, okay. And, okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I've used all 10 tokens that were in my bag. So, again, you don't have to do that. I'm just saying, like, for the first round, I mean...
I lose.
What'd you do? Did you already push your luck to the point where... Okay, so you drew a yellow 4. 1, 2, 3... Yes, so it appeared here and now... So you've already lost 1 health. So you may have pushed your luck too much.
Wow, I had... That's crazy compared to your 10. My 10s were awful. I had all the yellows.
I had 3... I just drew them in the wrong... I drew them in a good order. Is what I drew the pink 3 first. Had I drawn the pink 1 first, then the 2 would have been further down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I drew the pink 3 first, then the pink 2. So I got lucky with that draw. But...
Wow.
Alright, so these are my current patterns. So I want to try and arrange these in such a way to where... Okay, so this is useless to me.
Does that mean that I'm skipping my turn or something?
No, you can now take your actions as you'd like to try and clear these bullets.
And I'm not allowed to pick more because I hurt myself?
No, you can still pick if you want to. But if you draw another yellow 4... I don't know what's in your bag, but if you draw another yellow 4, you're going to take another damage.
2, 3.
Okay, this is the number 3. These empty circles could mean any. It has to be a token there, but it could mean anything. So this might actually be good for me. So I'm going to try and use this pattern here and use my actions to do that. Okay, so it wants a 3 here, which there is. And I need to put 2 here if I can to clear them. I need a token here and a token here, which I have. So I have most of this pattern set up already. I've got any token here. I've got any token here. I've got a 3 here. That's great. But now I need to clear the bullets. So I need to get 2 bullets here if I can to clear them off the board. So I'm going to use one action to move this down 1 to then move a bullet to the left, I think. I don't want to clear this right now. That's a star. I want to keep my stars if I can. So I'm going to move this to the left. Okay, so that was one action. I could, again, spend an action to draw a pattern. I can move a bullet diagonally 1 space. That might be useful. What I could do is I could use 2 actions, 1, 2, to move this pink 1 over to the left twice, 1, 2. And you can hop over existing tokens if you spend enough action points to do so. So, for example, had this 2 been here, and I wanted to move this over here, this would still cost me 2. I couldn't spend 1 action to move it on top, but I can spend 2 actions to hop over it. You can go through. So I spent 2 actions moving my pink 3 over to the left twice. And now I will spend this pattern, discard it, to clear out these bullets here. So I've got a 3 in the middle, I've got any token here, I've got any token here, and this says I can clear bullets in this particular area here. So I'm going to clear these 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, they go to her incoming. So she'll have to deal with those in the future. So I'm going to put this pattern into my discard pile, and now I've got 2 patterns left. Now, can I possibly get something set up to where I've got that? I can't use this at all because I don't have enough green. I have to wonder if I can actually discard patterns, but I can draw more with that.
Spend 1 action to move that. Sorry.
No, take your time. So I'm going to try and move things around with this if I can. So I'm going to use 1 action to move this down, and 1 more action to move a bullet diagonally 1 space. Okay, so now I've got this, but now I need to get bullets here, here, and here to possibly clear them out. So I'm going to spend a diagonal to move this down here. I want to spend 2 more to diagonal. And, were any of these stars? 1, 2, no, they were not. Okay. I've got 1 action point left. Okay. I mean, I could just clear the... I mean, I can't get this down here, unfortunately, with just one action remaining. Okay, so I'm going to have to deal with that fact and just use this pattern. So again, it's asking for 2 red. So I'm just going to put them side by side. So I can clear that, and that, but this space is empty. Nothing will be cleared here, but I still cleared a good bit. So I'm going to discard this. Now I cleared 2 stars, 1 and 2. So I get to take these actions twice. Flip a bullet in your sight face down, gain an action point. So let me go ahead and clear, let's see. I keep the reds there, but, oh no, I'm sorry. I cleared this and this. This red stays here. So I only cleared 1 star, my bad. So 1 star is gain an action point and flip a bullet face down. Now, the reason why this character can flip things face down, my ability is face down bullets in your sight here are all colors and have no numbers or stars. So it makes them wild. So it'll make it easier for me to clear things in the future when I flip things face down. I'm going to go ahead and flip this one face down here for the future. But these are also cleared. They go into her incoming.
This is yours.
Those are mine. Okay. And they stay here for a while until the end phase. So I've got 1 left, and I've got 2 action points, but there are no green. This would have been nice as a green, but what I could do is I could draw more of these patterns with my action points. For 2 action points, I could just simply draw another pattern. I'm tempted to move... I'm afraid to do anything else at this point. I guess I could spend 2 action points to draw a pattern, but, I mean, I'm going to be drawing patterns anyway. So do I really want to waste 2 actions drawing a pattern? Yeah, I'm not sure. There's not a whole lot I can... What I could do is I could use my action points to move these guys up diagonally closer to these guys. So 1 for this one and 1 for this one. And that will give me 0. So I'm trying to get these guys grouped up so that in the future I can possibly get them wiped out. But yeah. So I'm going to end my current action phase. And I've done so first, so I get my first pick here. Unless you were done prior to me.
No.
So now I'm going to pick one of these. Clear a bullet from the center, which is just a free one. Draw a pattern from the top of the discard.
How come that one's flipped over?
I just said it.
Sorry.
Someone doesn't pay attention.
I don't. I'm trying to like...
My ability is... I have a star ability that lets me flip things over. My ability here is face down bullets in your sight are all colors and have no number or stars. They are wild.
Did I start off with a hand of 4 or a hand of... I started off with a hand of 3, but does this mean I started
Yes, you
off...
should have had 4 cards.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, too late now.
It's fine. So, yeah, your hand limit is 4.
Okay.
So, alright, so that is it for me for the end phase. So what I need to do is sort of clean up a bit for myself. Take a power up, drop to hand size. So I go up to 3. And put intensity bullets from center to current. So current intensity is 4. So I need to draw 4 out of the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's for me too?
That's for me. This is all for me. So the tokens you gave me, plus the tokens from the intensity track, go into my bag.
But I have to do the same thing, right?
When you're done with your... When
I
you're
am
done,
done.
you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you would draw 4... Well, first, let's do it in order. You get a power up, right?
I do?
Yeah. Everyone gets to pick a power up, regardless of how soon you finished.
Okay.
But because I finished first, I got first pick.
Okay.
Okay. So from there, during end phase, draw up to hand size. So you draw up to 4 cards. And then, yeah, put intensity bullets. So you get 4 into your bag, plus the ones I gave you.
Oh my gosh. There's so many.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I think we are good. Cleanup phase, put out new power-ups equal to the number of players. 1.
And boss round is just...
That's for
boss
that is for the boss phase,
mode.
correct.
Yeah, boss mode.
Yep. Alright. So, refill power-ups. Increase intensity by 1. Put bullets from your incoming into current. I already did. Set AP back to maximum. So you're back up to 7 again. Okay. So I guess let's go ahead and just take our next action here. So we'll start a new round and go from there. So I drew a yellow 3. 1, 2, 3. Draw again. 1, 2, 3. Empty one there.
Wow.
I don't.
Next yellow.
Green 3. 1, 2, 3.
Seriously?
What? Is that a yellow 2?
Oh,
No, you're
can
fine.
I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you drew, yeah, don't. I would hold off on drawing any more. You can take some actions to move these left and right, and then draw more.
Oh, you can do that?
Wow.
Sorry.
Do you not pay attention?
I didn't know you could take actions and then
Yes.
draw. Okay.
I said multiple times that you can you can stop taking tokens to do actions and then come back to it.
Sorry.
This is our first time playing, in case you couldn't tell.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm continuing to draw because I'm in no fear of busting. 2, 1, 2. All right, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I draw a green 4 here, then I'll bust. So I'm going to stop drawing for a while and possibly clear some of these, and then I'll continue drawing. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Oh. Okay, so this is saying I need a yellow 1 here, any token above it, any token here. No, this has to be empty, I think, is what that means. That has to be empty. This means it could be any token here, and when it is here, it will get cleared off. And then these will get cleared off. Although I've got a lot of green, so this is actually good for me. I could use this card right now. Okay, so Catalyst Cord requires that I have a green here, anything here, and then whatever's here will get cleared along with this. So I'm just going to use this right now. I wasn't even planning for that. This is considered green because it's a wild, so that stays. But this gets cleared, this gets cleared, and this gets cleared. This stays. So I did clear a star. So maybe I did that out of order, and that was my bad because I can't have more than 7 AP. I should have maybe taken another action first, then cleared. So maybe, I mean, it's fine. She's having a hard time over there, so I'm not gonna retcon it and do something else prior. So I'm gonna go ahead and just discard this, clear these out, and I'll use my stars, which is gain an action point. I can't because I'm at max. Should have done something first. Flip a bullet in your sight face down. So which one would I want to be wild? Preferably nothing that's a star. So I'll put that as wild. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Now I can draw from my bag without the fear of busting on the green column. Yellow 2, 1, 2. Pink 1 goes here. Okay, so I'm out of bullets again. So now I can end the round if I want to, but I want to clear out stuff first if I can. Okay, so again with this, if I can get... I'd prefer to use this one as opposed to these two being green. Or do I want to try and get a yellow in there? I need diagonal. I need a huge diagonal line if I can. I mean, I could probably do enough moving for one, but not both of these.
So you can clear.
Huh?
You can draw patterns. So you can do all of the stuff.
Yes, you can mix and match your actions without having to do... You're not confined to an order.
Okay.
You don't have to do things all at once.
Okay.
You can draw, take actions, draw again, take more actions, clear, draw. You can do those in any order that you want.
I see. And this goes in the discard. Okay.
Did you clear stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so you give them to me. Okay. So the question is, yellow. All right. So what I may do, I don't want to clear these wilds because they would help me clear other things. So I want to get them I want to get them out of there. So maybe I should work on this one instead. Okay, so I'll treat these as the 2 green, and then things I can put here will be removed. So let's do this. For this one, I'm going to move this one using an action point down by 1. That fulfills this any spot. Using this again, I need 1, 2, 3. So 3 action points. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use 2 action points to move this one down here. And I'm going to use... Well, I can't move this up, unfortunately. What I could have done, instead of taking 2 there, I can diagonal up and to the right. So I'm going to use 1 action point to do that instead. So I'm down to 2. And then I could use... I'd hate to use a star again, but I kind of need to clear these. So this one, diagonal down, 1 action point. Okay, so now I fulfilled what I need for this. Again, these 2 are going to count as green. This could be any, and then the 3 under it will be cleared. So I'm going to do that. There's 2 stars here, so I get to do 2 of these star action thingies. So first 2 action points and flip 2 bullets face down. I'll do that one and that one. And this is discarded. And then for this... Can I possibly do anything here?
This is discarded.
Oh, you used it?
I'm gonna use that.
Okay, so I'll just put this in a discard pile over here, I guess.
These are yours.
These are mine? Okay. And
That's it.
I'd still like to clear stuff. I've got 3 action points. So what I'll do is...
Can I draw even with no action points?
Draw?
Yeah.
No, it would cost... What do you mean draw?
No, I mean like draw from the bag?
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't cost action points to draw from your bag. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move 1 down like that, and diagonal 1 down like that, and diagonal 1 down like that, and I'm going to use this last card. Now this is yellow, it's wild. This one could be anything, but it also gets cleared in the process per this card. This could... Oh, this has to be blank. So I shouldn't have done that, huh? I kind of screwed that up. Alright, so I guess on a future turn, I'll just have to move these around a little bit better. Okay. I thought that was any token, and instead it should be blank. This would need to be blank in order for that to work. Alright, again, we're still learning, so sometimes we get our symbols mixed up. Okay, so I guess I'm done. So, did you do your end phase, or are you still doing your thing?
I think I'm done.
Alright, do you want your first pick here?
Oh, I have to redraw, right?
Well, in order, let's, during end phase, take a power up.
Okay.
So you take one of these 2, and I'll take whatever's left over.
One, swap 2 bullets and sight. What is sight?
Sight is here.
That.
That is your sight.
And what is center?
Center is the white bag.
I'm gonna actually get that one.
Okay, cool. I'll take this one then. Okay. And draw up 2 hand size. So you have 4.
Mm-hmm.
And put intensity bullets into your bag. So we're on 5 now. So I'm going to draw 5 out of here. Take 5 out of there and put it into your bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can just imagine how hectic this would be.
What do you mean?
With
3 minutes? Yeah, forget that.
Eh.
And then during the cleanup, these also incoming ones come in here. Put out new power-ups. Did you put the incoming into your bag too?
I
Okay.
did.
Alright, so new power-ups come out. And max AP increase by 1. Okay. So I think we are good to go. All right, so I think what I will do first is draw. Again, this is now simultaneous. Pink 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I draw pink 4, I'm screwed here. So I may want to start using action points now to clean this up a bit. I'm going to use one action point to move this down like that. And I will continue drawing now. Red 1 there. Yellow 1 there. Now if I draw yellow 4, that's also bad for me. What I will do is I'm going to use an action point to move this over here. And now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and use this particular pattern to clear some of this out. So starting yellow, yellow here, empty space above it. This will be this could be anything, but this will also be cleared. This will be cleared, and this will be cleared. So these go to you. And I did clear out a red 1 star. So I do get one action point, and I get to flip one of these face down, which I will. So this is now discarded. And I will... Can I do anything else before I move on? No, I don't think so. I'm going to keep drawing from the bag. Green 1.
Did you use a draw pattern?
I did.
Don't they cost actions to draw a pattern?
Draw a pattern means draw from the deck. Draw a pattern means draw a new card from the deck.
I've been using my actions to draw a pattern.
Should we just start a new game?
I was having a lot of fun too. I kind of dig this.
All right, well, let's just keep going with it then.
All right. Damn.
Again, this is a practice game. There's no winners here. I'm
Okay.
just... Yes.
Wow.
When you draw a pattern, draw a card simply means draw a card.
Okay,
It doesn't cost anything to
I
use
used
a pattern.
4 actions to draw these 2 things.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why does the verb draw indicate that you would...
Because you're drawing the pattern. Like, I don't know, that's what I
don't
thought.
understand.
Like, you're drawing the pattern on the board.
But you're not drawing anything.
like drawing, like actually.
But you're playing a
drawing it.
card, not... No.
Sorry.
Into the mind of Ida Lee.
Wow. Alright, whatever.
I would... There's a lot of things I would...
Damn.
When we get to the end, I will say that there needs to be some revision, possibly, to the way things are worded.
Can I get 4 extra actions?
Yes, get 4 extra actions.
Seriously?
Yes, take 4 extra
No,
actions.
just kidding.
No, seriously, you have 11 now.
No.
There, done.
That's all.
You have 11.
Fine.
We're gonna retcon it.
Fine.
That'll help you clear out some of that stuff.
Oh my
I am gonna draw another token. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting really... I'm gonna stop now. If I draw another pink 4, I'm screwed. So... This is actually not too bad. So I can possibly do something with this. 2 pink. This will be cleared. I need to get some here, and there needs to be anything here. So I'm going to spend some action points to get this set up. So let's do diagonal down 1. Diagonal, or just down regular 1. Fine. So that is now anything. Now I need to get 2 here in order to clear these out. So I may get this down like that. So let's do, let's use 1 action point to move this down by 1. And see, that would clear a grand total of 2 of these. And I want to clear more than that, if I can. But it's going to cost a lot. 3 actions to move this down here. But I will get 1 back because of this star. So what I will do is, I will do this. I'll move 1, 2, diagonal. 1, 2, 3. And I will... I will spend this card to... I've got 2 pink, any here, clear, clear, clear. So these go to you. I did clear a face-up one with a star, so I get to take my star actions. 1 action point, and I get to flip 1 over. So I'll flip the green 1 over, sure. And I will... That doesn't help me here, because if I draw pink 1 again, I could bust. So I don't know how much pink is left in my bag. To be safe, I will use an action to move this over to the left. And I'm down to 2. All right, let's go ahead and draw. It was a red 2. 1, 2. And I blue 2. 1, 2. And green 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Yellow 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for the record, folks, we did watch the YouTube video made by Level 99 Games. Part of me feels bad because I feel like I didn't explain the game well enough to Idly, but
okay.
in my defense, we did watch that YouTube video as well.
Fine. Don't worry about it.
But if, again, alright. 1, 2, red 2. Alright, so we're down here. Okay, so my bag is empty again. So with this remaining card, okay, so I could clear these wilds out if I can get something. Alright, so what I'll do is diagonal down in one, and then to the right one here. And then I will use this card. These discarded. That stays here, but these 3 clear out. And I have no more actions left. And that would end my phase. So I will go ahead and I'll take that one. Oh, by the way, I should use these on the next round. If you happen to take a power up and your board is full, you have to discard an existing one or discard the one that you just took. So I really need to start using these. So end phase, I take a power up, draw up 2 hand size, so 1, 2, 3. If you happen to run out of cards, you're going to go ahead and shuffle your discard pile, and that's your new draw deck. And put intensity bullets from, okay, so there's 6. So I have to draw 6 from here and put them into my bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 6 there.
4, and I have 1 more action.
All right, and then these also go in there.
These 2.
All right. Did you use your 11 actions?
Not yet.
Okay. What I meant is, did you use the extra ones I gave you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
did. So I have 1 action left.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're using the extra stuff that you're given so that you don't feel like you're overwhelmed. Okay. So now we're just, set AP back to max.
1 action left. I think I'll just use it to move that up.
Okay. And your bag now has to be cleared in order to move to the end phase. So you're just going to keep drawing and hope that you don't bust in the process.
Oh, it has to be cleared completely?
No, your bag has to be empty before you can move to the end phase.
I see. Okay, hold on.
So what I'm saying is, now you're going to have to draw and hope that you don't bust
Yeah,
to clear your bag.
I see. But I can use the pattern.
You can still use patterns, yes.
Okay.
Assuming that the ones that you draw fall into the correct place that you need.
Yeah.
You're good.
Sure.
How many more do you have in there?
Like 4.
Now, you don't have to fill every single... On a pattern, you don't have to clear all the... Like this, for example. You don't have to... These are not mandatory.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just so you know. Only the circles are mandatory. The ones with the circles.
1, 2, 3. And 1, 2.
Oof. My goodness. Okay.
And I think... Is that it? Yeah.
Yes. So now you have to draw 6 from the bag
Plus these.
plus those. So I'm going to move this up to 7 as part of the end phase. You also get this.
How much was it? 6?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this means that you can do, like, if I had 4 cards, can I
Yes, you can draw another one. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's no hand limit. I mean, like, there's a hand size, but it doesn't say anything about, like, if you reach your hand limit, you are forced to discard down. I didn't see that. I could be wrong. But
No.
during the end phase, it says draw up to your hand size. But I'm going to assume if you've already got too many cards, then you can't. So I don't know if there's a penalty for drawing too much.
So I might as well just use this.
If you want.
Oh, I forgot about that. Dang it. Oh well.
You're going to use that?
Yeah.
Okay. Your discards, I'll put them over here. There you go. They're fine. And okay, so I think we're good to go on the next round here. I think I want to clear stuff out for those yellows first, if I can. These are kind of crappy looking, but this here works great. So I need to get some of those yellows over there. So what I will do, I'm going to spend 2 actions to move this left like so. So I'm down to 5. I'm going to spend a left action there, and I cannot go, I can do diagonal up, but I can't go straight up. So I may have to move this down 2, so I might go 1, 2. So I'm going to use this card to then, these, I got red, red, blue, which I've got, I'm going to clear these 3 out. So that's 1. Now one of those is a star, a yellow star. So I will take the yellow actions real quick, but these go into her incoming. I'll get 1 action point, and I can flip something face down. I'll go ahead and flip this red 2 face down. This is a star, that's regular. Alright, so I'm going to continue drawing from my bag now. Alright, yellow 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nasty. Green 3, 1, 2, 3. Red 1. Now if I draw red 4, I will bust. I don't want that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So can I do anything with this? There's no pink here, but this could serve as my pink. Yeah, okay. This needs 2 pink, which I can't do. So I would need to get this. I need to get this pink here and a red down one for this to work. So let's see if we can rearrange things to make it work. So I need the pink over here for sure. So I need to move that right 2. So that's 2 action points. I can move this one down 1 for 1. And now I need to get something here. So what I could do, I can spend 2 action points, 1, 2, to diagonally move up and to the left 2, 1, 2, and I'm out of action points. But now I've created this red, pink, this is, again, these wilds are any color. So I'm going to clear these 4 out here, and 2 of them are stars. So I'm going to get 2 action points, and I can make 2 wild. So I'm going to clear that, 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 and that. And alright, so 2 action points for the, and I can flip 2 face down, so all these are now wild. And this is now discarded. And let's now draw the rest from my bag. 1. I only have 2 action points left, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pink 2. 1, 2. Red 3. 1, 2, 3. Yellow 3. 1, 2, 3.
When you draw, after you draw, do you have to place it down first before taking one of these actions?
Yes. You would need to take
including the power up?
Yeah, you can't like draw from the bag, look at it and go, "Oh, by the way, I want to do this."
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That'd be a little cheaty. What can I do? I need 2 pink. So I've got, this could serve as a pink. I could put this up here and then bring things over to the right. But I only have so many actions left. So I still need to do it, regardless.
Sorry.
Yes.
Another quick question. This one says put 2 bullets from your sight into the center. If they were stars, do you get the action points for that?
I don't think so. It's only if you clear them.
I see, okay.
The wording in the rulebook is like when you clear bullets from your board, not move. I think there's a difference.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
Up and to the right 1. So this is my new pink. And now I need to get some here and here. So I can spend my last action moving that to the right. Okay, so I've got that. So I could spend this now to clear these 2 out. It's not a whole lot, but it'll be something. And I also want to spend some of these actions. Swap 2 bullets in your sights. Clear a bullet in your sights. This one is kind of by itself, so I really don't want to use this. Like, I don't want... Well, I'd want to clear something from... I could clear that and that would give me the action point, because I'd be clearing a bullet. So 3, I get 1 action point, and I get to flip something over. I'll flip the yellow over, and this clear bullet goes away. Swap 2 bullets. I don't really have anything I can't, there's no strategic reason to do that right now. So I'll just leave it. Oh, did I do the wrong one? Oh, it says clear a bullet from the center? No. Clear a bullet from your sight. Okay, but what does that mean, clear a bullet from the center? The center is... Oh, maybe this is the center. Why would I clear a bullet from the center for?
What does it say?
Oh, this says clear a bullet from the center. I had 2 of them. Clear a bullet from my sight, which I used. Mm-hmm. This says clear a bullet from my center. What this will do, I draw from the bag. I cleared it. Now I give it to you because I've cleared it. Any cleared bullets go to your opponent.
Okay.
So the whole point of this power-up was to add to your opponent's bag.
I see. Okay.
So I use that power-up as well.
Okay.
I'm done. Wait, I have to make sure that this is empty. It's not. Okay, so pink 2. 1, 2. I'm going to spend an action point to move this to the left 1. And I'm down to 0. Good thing I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Otherwise I would have taken a life there. And a yellow 1. So I'm here. Alright, so I am out of tokens. And end phase, I get my choice. Gain 1 AP, gain 1 NP. Okay, well, there's not a whole lot of options there. So I'll just take that one. According to... I get to drop to my hand size. 1, 2, 3. Put intensity bullets from center. Okay, so there's 7 now. So I need to put 7 from here into my bag. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for the end phase, I might as well just get this out of the way now. These go into my bag. Okay. The reason why the rules say not to do this right away is because in a 3 to more player game, when someone gets eliminated, any incoming coming from the defeated player is removed as well. And instead, I think the other person gives you their incoming instead. So it's like there are special rules for 3 or more player games, but in a 2-player game, it's not going to matter. If I get eliminated, game over. If she gets eliminated, game over. All right, so I've added incoming and intensity stuff to my bag. And I don't think there's anything more for me to do at this point, but wait for you.
Sorry.
No, take your time. Put bullets from your incoming.
I lost.
Did you really? Okay. So, how did you like this?
I really liked it. I wish this was a digital game.
I agree. I want this to be a digital game too.
I thought I wasn't gonna like it. I saw the video and I'm like, I don't know if I would like this. I'm a little bit slow in my pattern building, but I think it would be faster with like digital.
To be fair, there were some rules that you didn't understand at the beginning that may have screwed you over for now.
That's okay.
So again, I'm not going to count this as a win for me. I'm going to count this as a learning game.
It's always a learning game.
It is a learning. Yeah, it's always a learning game. But did you like it?
I did. I really liked it. Dang.
That's good.
Look at that. I still would have lost.
No, so you had 5 damage there.
Wow.
And again, there is a boss mode too.
It seems like it's very strategic too, in the sense that you should be clearing like high numbers to get to your opponents.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Clearing high numbers is part of it. Another part is knowing when to push your luck on this board.
Yeah.
If you've got 3 in a column, there is a chance that you will bust, because if you draw 4, there's only 3 empty spaces at that point. You'll have to put the 4th down here.
That would have helped me out if I knew how to, like, that I could have used my actions in between drawing. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. That was totally fine. These stunk. I'll just say.
Your deck.
I was stuck with those for so long.
You can. I'll have to see if the rulebook allows you to discard cards, like get rid of cards that you don't want to refill your hand size. Mm-hmm. I don't want to look now and slow up the video.
Yeah.
But if that isn't an option, I think it should be an option. Well, no, it just makes sense. Get rid of any of these that you don't want, that are useless to you, put them in your discard pile, then drop to your hand size.
I would say that should be an action, then, because that's a bit powerful.
Not really. You're cycling out your abilities, I think. What I don't like about using action points for then it comes down to RNG. Mm-hmm. If you start making the discarding of cards an action, or the use of cards in action, then it becomes more of an RNG game. Did I draw exactly the cards that I need?
But what's to stop you from kind of like cheesing it like that? Like just discarding whatever you...
But no, I mean at the end of the round. Oh. During the round's end, or during the end phase, you draw up to your hand size. What I'm proposing is, before you draw up to your hand size, discard any unwanted cards, and then draw up to your hand limit. Okay. The cards that you didn't use that round, get rid of them if you want. Again, it may be in the rulebook and I missed it, but I'm just saying if it isn't, I think that would be a cool variant or an additional rule that should be added, just to, just make the game a bit more helpful. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really like this game. Again, it reminds me of games like, what was it? Dr. Mario, Tetris. What was that Yoshi's game I was playing? I don't know. I was swapping blocks on the Super NES. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it reminded me of a cool Tetris variant, but with bullets instead. I didn't even get to try these other characters yet. All of them do something different. They have different life points. There are some, these are the easy people. These are the ones that were easier to play. Mm-hmm. There are some characters that come with their own tokens and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I would really like to try boss mode with you at some point, just to try out that mode and possibly play this again, now that you have a better understanding of it. Mm-hmm. But I like the art style. The rules, again, I disliked coming up with different names for these things, like I don't even remember what this is called. The center, this is the current, this is the site. Like, to me, that just added an extra level of complexity that didn't need to be there. Just call it player bag. Call it general supply. Just, these are terms that we know from other board games, so why are we complicating it by adding more names to it? That I didn't like.
Yeah, it's very similar to the game Grifflands, where, like, it has...
Yes, the card game Grifflands, it's a digital game, has these terminologies in it that also confuse me. Mm-hmm. Because they try to make it so thematic, but the more thematic you try and make a game, the more that you separate it from others to the point where it may take extra time to get used to the terminologies and the way it behaves. You know what I mean?
I don't mind the unique terminology as long as it has the general terminology in parentheses right next to it.
Yeah, you know? I would have liked current player bag.
Yes.
Or, center general supply in parentheses. You know what I mean? Like, just these are familiar terms. I have 500 plus board games, and these are terms I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar at all with center or current or whatever. Maybe it's thematic. Maybe this bullet game, I didn't look at the backstory of this. Maybe Bullet is based off of an older game that has these terms in it, and it's trying to cater to that. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But what did you think of the power-ups? Did you think they were helpful at all?
I liked them. I thought they were pretty good.
I would have liked, instead of drawing one per player, it would have been cool to have, like, say, draw a number equal to the number of players plus 2 or plus 1. That way players have more choice. Mm-hmm. That way the player in last place isn't stuck with whatever's left over. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It would have been cool to have more choice here. So as another variant to the rulebook, I would like to propose an additional rule that you could optionally choose to do. Draw a number of these equal to the number of players plus 1 or plus 2. Because a lot of games do that. They always add 1 or 2 extra than what you need so that there's still a player choice, even for that last remaining person.
You're gonna totally hate me then.
Why?
Because I would love it if it was just randomly given.
No, wrong. Incorrect. You're out. I take back everything I said. You didn't pay attention during the rules overview. You deserved your loss. You stink, sir. You stink.
For the record, I'm very good at digital Tetris, just saying.
I know. You're really good at stuff like that.
It's just when it's like a board game and a little bit different, then I'm like trying to get the rules out of Tetris and putting it like in a newer game, so then it was a little bit slow.
Well, no, to be honest, this game confused me a little bit too. I had to rewatch the level 99 tutorial video twice off camera just to get my feet wet again, and I had to reread the rulebook a couple of times, and even then I was still like center, current, just what do you mean? Fitting all the different pieces together with all this new terminology confused me. But I did like the game. I enjoyed it.
I'm really surprised at how much I liked it, honestly.
Really?
I think this is a fabulous game.
It is fabulous. This is I don't know if this would be a top 10 for me for the DGA awards, but it would definitely be like an honorable mentions kind of thing. Because it's unique enough. Like, there aren't a whole lot of Tetris-y board games. You know what I mean? There are. Like, I have a Tetris game in there. I've got some other, what was that? The Drop It, I think it's called, where you're just dropping different shaped blocks.
Yeah.
So that's Tetris-y. But there's not a whole lot of, like something like this. It's very strategic, power-ups. There's a lot more that could be done with this. I suspect there may be expansions in the works. I don't know. There may be already. I didn't really look.
I can't wait to try out the other modes.
The other modes. There's a
like
team mode. There's a boss mode. That should be fairly interesting. The intensity track. I didn't think this was going to be enough. Like, enough intensity. Like, I was worried, like, only 4 to my bag, only 5 to my bag. I can clear those out, no problem. But then I'm looking at my cards going, well, that's assuming I use all 3 of them. So over time I was realizing, yeah, crap's going to get real pretty soon. But luckily I was able to keep my board somewhat clean. Well, I noticed that you had all the colors of the rainbow over there plus some. So, but again, that was more or less a rules problem. You know, you not understanding the rules right away.
That's okay.
But, so yeah, again, no winners in this particular video. But
Vince won.
No. We just wanted to see if we would like it. And we also wanted to show you what the game was like so that you could possibly buy it for yourself. So if you like what you see here, then by all means pick up Bullet. It gets a thumb up from me and Idly, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince and Idly. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye, guys.